Shalom, Israel. War is coming. This is part 2. War is coming. And these are difficult times. You know, distress is in the land. And war is coming. It's just a matter of time. World War III is about to pop off. You got these hostile nations. You got Ukraine, Russia, Gog and Magog. You got China, Iran, Israel, India, etc., etc. And the UN, Europe. And, you know, we here. And the Lord is bringing judgment on this place, the Most High, His beloved Son. And things is about to get real bad, real bad. Jacob's trouble, great tribulation. All right, they about to collapse the economy. They ushering in the MOTB, the mark of the beast. It's going to be a cashless society. And, you know, a lot of people going to be out of doors. And the righteous is going to have to flee. That's how bad it's going to be. Okay? So, you know, the righteous is going to have to endure. The elect, the remnant of Israel. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that should endure unto the end, the same should be saved. Yep. So, we're entering a very serious time and we're seeing a lot of these prophecies come to pass, man. So much trouble going in the world. You can't even keep up. The plagues, the global crisis, supply chain, the famines, the destruction, you know. So this is 2nd Esdras chapter 15. And I'm going to start with 16. For there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions should stand in their power. And we're seeing that. You know, the insurrections, you know, the white supremacists, people throughout the world protesting, Asia, Australia, Europe, Africa, you know, here in America, Babylon, you know. So these are prophetic times we living in. This is prophecy, man. Prophecy is being fulfilled. In 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 17. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able. Why? Because of martial law. And it's just a matter of time. They're going to shut and hold America down. They're going to collapse the economy. And they're going to have armed guard military, UN troops, guarding city lines, state lines, checkpoints. You ain't going to be able to travel through. And they're going to be armed from head to toe. It's just a matter of time. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the city should be troubled, the houses should be destroyed, and men should be afraid. And we seeing a lot of men are afraid. Yep. The Lord put the spirit out there, man. The Lord is visiting this place. And this is a prideful ass country, man. America, Babylon. So the cities should be troubled. And this place is troubled now. 2nd Esdras chapter 15, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but should destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. The lack of bread, food, and this is great tribulation. So it's just a matter of time. They about to pull the cord, pull the switch, shut down all social media, the internet, the power. And this place is going to be, it's going to be a hellhole, man. It's going to be number bloodshed, a bloodbath. It's going to be famine, all of that. So we got people stocking up for food and water, you know, but that's not going to save you. It's good to have it for that time, but it's not going to save you. Wisdom and knowledge and stability is going to save you. The fear of the Lord, the Most High. All right? That's what's going to save you. Because the time is coming where the righteous, the elect, the remnant of Israel is going to have to flee into the wilderness. So when the Lord blow that trump, when he give you that sign, that warning, when it's that time, he make that, when it's that time he call, you're going to have to leave, man. And then too, not to mention, you're going to be having all these people coming to your home, invading your home. Criminals, thugs, gangsters, killers, robbers, not to mention the military, the UN troops, the law enforcement. They all going to be coming at your door, your house, breaking in, you know, invading your house. Let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 16, and let's start with 18. Let's start with 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Who will deliver me in those days? Only one who can deliver you is the Most High. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? 2nd Esdras chapter 16, verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent for scourges as amendment. For all these things they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be away mindful of the scourges. Behold, the visitors should be so good and cheap upon the earth that they should think themselves to be in good case, and even then should the evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. And we dealing with a lot of great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth should perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger should the sword destroy. So if you thinking you escape the hunger, it's a sword waiting for you. And famine is a horrible way to die. You don't want to die of famine. That's a slow death, slow kill. Okay? It's torture. It's best to die by the sword. And let's go down to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 3. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send my anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon all thy abominations. And my eyes shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thy abominations should be in the midst of thee, and should know that I am the Lord, thy power. Thus saith the Lord God, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. So an evil is come. And the end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come. So the end is here, is coming, and the Lord is pouring out his wrath, his anger, starting with the house of Israel first, where judgment starts first at, and on the world. And let's go to Ezekiel chapter 38 and speed it up. Verse 15. And thou shalt come from thy place out of the north parts, so thou and many people with thee, all of them riding upon horses, a great company and a mighty army. Okay, these hostile nations, particularly Ukraine and Russia, Gog and Magog. Okay, World War III is about to pop off, and the Lord is bringing judgment, man. And let's go down to 15. Let's see, 18. No, 17. Thus said the Lord God, art thou he of whom I have spoken in old time by my servants the prophets of Israel, which prophesy in those days, many years, that I will bring thee against them? And it should come to pass at the same time, when Gog should come against the land of Israel, saith the Lord God, that my fury should come up in my face. For in my jealousy and in the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there should be a great shaking in the land of Israel. Okay, going down to 21. And I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith the Lord God. Every man's sword should be against his brother. And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him, an overflowing rain and great hailstone, fire and brimstone. Thus will I magnify myself, sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they should know that I am the Lord, a power the Most High. So it's coming, man. Lord is bringing that judgment, that wrath. And let's go to Isaiah chapter 13. He's going to mix, the Medes, these hostile nations, from the Iran, Israel, and even these other nations, Russia. Isaiah chapter 13 verse, let's start with 15. Everyone that is found should be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them should fall by the sword. So a lot of our people that's connected with this system and politics, government, the whole system, it's going to be brushed. It's going to be brushed through, man. Yep. And let's go to Isaiah chapter. They're going to be thrust through. Salakia. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 16. Their children also should be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses should be spoiled, and their wives ravaged. Great tribulation that's coming. Women going to be getting raped, ravaged left and right. It's going to be no protection for you. All the whole government system going to shut down. Okay? You ain't going to be able to dial 911. Feminism is going to be out the door, destroyed. Liberty, protection, all of that. It's going to be lawlessness, anarchy. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which should not regard silver, and as for gold, they should not delight in it. Nothing is going to help you. So he's going to bring the troops over here. Okay? And they are already over here. Some of them. So it's going to be real ugly, man. It's going to be bad. In Isaiah chapter 13, verse 18. Their balls also shall dash young men to pieces, and there shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye should not spare children. Man, just to get to you, they're going to be throwing children against the wall, stumping on them, crushing their head. And they ain't gonna have no pity on your womb. They're gonna be ravishing you women left and right, spoiling your goods, breaking in your house, taking a lot of people to the FEMA camps, the COVID-19 camps, spoiling their goods. Those who fear the Lord, it's gonna be a great insurrection. And it's gonna be some martyrs of this truth, man. Some of the righteous is gonna die. Some of the servants of God, the elect. Yep. So you're gonna have to everybody gonna have to work out their own salvation with trembling and fear. And that's going into I get to that another time. I only got 15 minutes. So we're in some very serious, crucial times. And the men of the Lord is going to be more precious than fine gold. Going into Isaiah chapter 13, verse, let's start with 11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than a golden wedge of Ophir. So men of the Lord is going to be precious in that day. All right? Women going to be, they ain't going to have no protection. They going to mourn. Going into a second address. Let me get that right quick. Women gonna mourn, having no husbands. Virgins gonna mourn, having no bridegrooms. Isaiah chapter 16, verse 33. The virgins should mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women should mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters should mourn, having no helpers. In the wars should their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands should perish of famine. So it's going to be a shortage of men. And these men is going to die in war, fighting the wars, and on the streets, and a famine. All of that, man. So the time is coming. We're glad to see this place fall apart. The righteous, see these wicked nations crumble, fall, sick of this wicked place. That being said, all praise and glory due to the Most High, Yahweh, Elohim, and his beloved son, Yahushua HaMashiach. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Judah.